In this video, we're going to take a look at the top 3 most recommended pipes for beginners, and at the end I'm going to show you a 4th option which is better than all of those. Hello pipers, and welcome back to another bite-sized Tortuga Estate video. In this one we're going to be talking about what your first pipe as a complete beginner should be and what people recommend. We're going to see if that's a good recommendation or not. And I will show you a 4th option, which in my opinion, not a lot of people have thought about and is way better than all of the other ones. All right, from what I see most online on forums and videos, this would be one of the most recommended pipes for beginners. And this is an inexpensive corncob. And shortly said, do I agree with this? Yes, I do agree. This is a very inexpensive pipe. I don't know how it is in the States, in Europe, but let's say $10 to $15 can get you one of those. They're very uncomplicated, cheap materials, not very well done, but you know what? They smoke great. They do smoke great. And I wouldn't put too much pressure on yourself for the first pipe, because anyway, you're probably going to need a couple more pipes in your journey, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit later in the video. But this is a great option. This is a great option. This is a pipe that even after you come out of the beginner stage, you will have a use for that pipe. If you try different tobaccos and you don't want to like ghost your pipes, but yeah, this is a great option. I wouldn't call it the best though. I wouldn't call it the best because the longevity of those pipes is not as good. And I am also a subscriber to the theory that if you're starting with something new, you should get the best start ever, because otherwise it's so easy as soon as you see some kind of a difficulty to just give up on the whole hobby. So definitely corn cobs, they're great. I wouldn't care much if you're really a beginner and just starting. I wouldn't care much about the shape. Corn cobs, they come in all kinds of different shapes and sizes, straight, bent ones. I have a couple to show you, although those are a little bit more extreme. They come even in like church wardens. Let's see if they focus. Church warden, like this guy over here. There's so many different styles, and I just wouldn't care too much about what kind of style you're going for. Just pick up one and you're gonna be good. The second recommendation that I see the most, and this is one that I also give probably the most, this is gonna be a Morgan Bones pipe, or Chris Morgan pipe. Those are his low budget brier pipes. We're already like upgrading to brier, which I think you should be looking at brier for your first pipe. They again come in different shapes. They're extremely inexpensive to the point where I can't really figure out how he manages to put them so low in price. My experience has been amazing with those. They smoke great. I have friends that have different experiences, but I think you're going to be pretty safe with one of those guys. And yeah, to be honest, I think he just increased his prices, at least in Europe, but they're like around 50 euros or $50, sorry, and you get a brand new brier pipe. And for me it's even more special because they're unstained, and they have very often they have like gnarly deep sandblasts like this one. And in the world of pipes, those two things usually mean a lot higher price, and here you get this for 40-50 euros. It is extremely comfortable. Like I have like a slanted bulldog, a very short pipe, like a nose warmer. It smokes amazing, to be honest. It smokes as good as some of my top smokers. But yes, this is something that I also recommend people, and it is a great little pipe to start with. And when I say little, they're not all of them are this little. Here's like regular size too. All right, now before I continue, I just want to mention one more thing, and it's how many pipes should you have, or how many pipes should you plan to get? And the answer is pretty simple. How many pipes are you planning to smoke a day? Because pipes, usually they need a little bit of time to reset, to cool down before you can smoke them again. It doesn't mean that you can smoke them, but then you're gonna be permanently damaging your pipes. And if a briar pipe is very well taken care of, it could last for centuries, or for decades, centuries, yeah, more than centuries. And at the same time, you could just have it for a year or two if you're just smoking it like 4 or 5 times a day. You don't let it cool down. So usually what I like to tell people is, yeah, if you want to smoke 5 bowls a day, you should have 5 pipes a day, or you should have at least 5 pipes in your rotation, right? I gotta say here, honestly, the 24-hour rule is probably a little bit over exaggerated, and maybe you're gonna be okay if you like smoke a pipe early in the morning and then the same pipe later in the evening, so you get like almost 12 hours of rest. Probably you're gonna be okay. I don't know, I haven't tested it properly, but that's the rule of thumb. And here I gotta mention one other pipe, where if you know that you just want one pipe, like somehow from the beginning you're absolutely sure and you're like, yeah, I don't want many pipes, I just want one pipe and that's it. Here I gotta introduce meerschaum pipes for you. Meerschaum pipes, they would tend to be a lot more expensive than briar pipes in most cases, a little bit more fragile, but guess what, they smoke amazingly well, both like performance, flavor, and you can smoke this pipe literally non-stop. Like, you smoke a full bowl, dump it, put another one, smoke it again. You can do it 20 times a day and it doesn't damage the pipe. And those, they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes and brands and price categories. I'm not gonna go into this that much in this video, but I'm just gonna show like a couple of examples. This is like a big meerschaum straight billiard. This is for example a barling bent pipe. This is a 140 years old pipe, and you can see it's still kicking, it's still like new. And for example, this is a Turkish meerschaum pipe. Hello, focus. A Turkish meerschaum pipe, which is like a bent, not an egg, like a globe, and it has a lattice design on it. But yeah, you can go, there's also figural meerschaum pipes that are like, they look like different characters, or the world of meerschaums is giant. But yeah, I just wanted to mention it as an extra option for you. The third option is this. And what is this? It's not just a Peterson pipe for you, it's to go into a store and to buy a brand new pipe so you can start fresh. And this is what yeah, some of the recommendations are, like either get a Peterson, like this is just as an example, this is like yeah, Peterson Deluxe Sandblasted. That's the pipe that I just had laying around with box, with everything. And usually I see people recommend one of the big brands when it comes to this. Most of the time it's Savinelli and Peterson, or Peterson. And usually the recommendation is like, yeah, go for this type of mid-range or budget range for those pipes. And this is probably the one case that I mean, if it is very important for you, as I said, like a pipe smoking and the pipe hobby is very different for everyone. And if it is actually very important for you to get a brand new pipe, I guess this would be an option. And yeah, you get a better packaging and everything, but that's how I started, and I didn't like my start at all. But it is okay. But to be honest, out of those three, and even without taking consideration the fourth option, this would be the worst one, because the Morgan Bones pipe would cost like $50 euros, and mid-range Savinelli or Peterson, it's probably going to be around the 100 to 150 mark. I don't know, for everyone mid-range is something different, and I don't think you're going to get too great of a pipe for your money, like considering the other options, but still it is okay. It's something that I would almost never recommend because the other options are just better. Now for the fourth option, and this is absolutely the best option. It is way better than every other one, and it does require a little bit more effort on your part, but what I would say is do some research and find a good pipe trader and restorer, not only a pipe trader. You need somebody who works on their pipes, and write them an email or send them a message, just a couple of short sentences. Tell them that you're first of all, tell them that you're a beginner, then tell them that you're looking for your first pipe, tell them your budget, very important, tell them your budget, and please tell them any of your preferences. I get a lot of emails like this, and it's literally like, hey, please recommend me a pipe. Yeah, but as I said, form doesn't really matter at first, so just let them know what pipe would you like. Would you like a sandblasted pipe, a rusticated pipe, bent one, straight one? Do you have any preference for a brand? Like, I wouldn't go as far as to tell them the brand and the model and everything, but tell them if you want a filtered pipe, an unfiltered pipe. Tell them if you want an acrylic stem, like as much information as you could give to them. But don't forget to tell them that this is going to be your first pipe and you're asking for their recommendation. And why is this the best option? Because any pipe trader and restorer who works on their pipes, we know our special pipes, right? We have a few pipes and we're like, oh yeah, this pipe is something very special. I've worked on it, I saw the wood is different, the briar is different, the pipe is very it hasn't been smoked much. Like, we know those special pipes, and they don't cost too much most of the time. And especially when I at least get, and I would like to think that most people, when we get requests like this, we're still part of the hobby, right? And I'm trying to give this person that is just starting the best experience in their life, like as good as it gets. If you decide to do this, you might get a restored estate pipe. For example, this Talamona, made by Crocky. It is a handmade pipe, and it is probably half the price of a new Savinelli, even less, and it is on par with high-grade Savinellis. We're talking like the 200-300 euros, and this is something that I know because I've worked on this pipe. I have all the comparisons, and let me just show you another example. This is again, although this is an estate pipe, it is smoked literally just once or twice, and this is a Vauen basic pipe. They're inexpensive to begin with, but this pipe, somebody could pick it up for 35 euros or $35, whatever. So you can see the difference is huge in the value that you're getting. And not only this, but depending on the person, you might get an extra special discount. You might even get some of their personal pipes, right? I have some personal pipes in my collection, which I'm just waiting for the right person to see me on the street, or a friend of mine to tell me, hey, I might want to pick up pipes, and I'm like, I have the best pipe for you, right? And yeah, but also you could get, as I said, a discount. You might even get some extra goodies, like you might get like a pipe tamper, a pipe tool, some filters, maybe a box with like a sleeve. Random ones, it doesn't matter, it's just extra. Maybe you can get like a package of pipe cleaners, or like a small nice pipe stand, and those are all bonuses. I wouldn't ask the person for them, but knowing some of my friends who do that, yeah, most of the time whenever they get a request like this, we just feel obligated to deliver more, to over deliver, and to make the start of this person as good as possible. If you're just starting with pipes, or even maybe you're just on the YouTube level of where you're just doing some research and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more beginner friendly videos in this series that I'm going to be posting in the next couple of days. All right, see you in the next one. Bye bye.